Today I'll be reviewing the LP-E17 OAproda batteries and charger for Canon cameras. Okay, so I've owned these batteries for at least a month now, so they're already unboxed, but I'll just show you what comes in the box. You got your charger box, and each battery comes in its own individual box. It just has basic information on it. You can see there it's for the LP-E17. The charger box tells you what the status means. You don't really get that anywhere else. And just some usage information. And then warning stuff, which should be known already. Battery boxes are pretty much the same way. Same with the caution stuff. There is certain caution things I'll go over later on that you should be aware of with these. Then it also comes with a sheet of paper. On the sheet of paper, it'll tell you what battery or what cameras it is decoded for. I'm using the T6i, and it does work on the T6i, but it does say the M3, M5, and M6 don't work. Here we have the charger, the USB cable it comes with, and one of the batteries. I'm actually filming currently with the other battery, so it's not in frame. Charger is actually smaller and more well built than I thought it was going to be. It looks pretty cheap on the Amazon page. Back there's just the information that we'll go over later on too. Then we have the battery and the information on the back, of course. And then here in a moment I'm going to compare it with the Canon battery, and you'll tell these batteries are pretty much exactly the same, just the Canon has a little bit more texture on it, I guess. But I think they use the same mold to make the batteries. Connectors are the same, and you'll even see in the back where the Canon sticker is. It even has a spot for that on the OAproda batteries. There are some key differences on the batteries. As you can see here, the Canon is a 1040 milliamp hour battery. The OAproda is a 1300 milliamp hour battery. Also, the Canon is a 7.2 volt. The OAproda is a 7.4 volts. I don't know what that means or if that makes a difference. It does work just fine in the camera. I don't think it really makes a difference, but just so you're aware, those are the differences in the power ratings on the battery. Next, we're going to look at the differences between the chargers. So I'm not going to look at the input for the chargers, as one is a wall charger, the other one is a USB charger. But the outputs, both output 8.4 volts to the battery. The Canon charger does a 0.7 amps or 700 milliamps, and the OAproda is a 0.6 amps or 600 milliamps. That means that the OAproda charger does charge slower than the Canon charger. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Charging a battery slower is actually better for the battery, as far as I know, from what I've heard. So if you get a chance to charge the battery a little bit slower, that's probably for the best. Also, you can charge the Canon battery on the OAproda charger, but vice versa does not work. You cannot charge the OAproda batteries on the Canon charger. Canon charger has different sensors in it, and it will not allow you to charge the OAproda batteries in it. So just be aware of that, but you don't need the Canon standard charger. All you need is the OAproda. I have not used the Canon charger since I've gotten these batteries. It charges my Canon battery just fine. So be aware of that. You can't charge the OAproda on your Canon charger. So I'm just going to show you real quick how the charging works. I'm going to use the OAproda charger, USB cable to my USB power pack, RAV Power. I did a review on it. Check it out. Anyways, hook them up. The indicator will show up with a battery on it. Drop your battery in, and then it will start charging. The first time it senses how dead the battery is, and then it'll show you from that point on the actual charging status. The next battery I'm going to charge is the Canon battery. It's already charged to 100%, which you're going to see here. It detects right away. It's at 100%, so it's not going to charge it anymore. But it does charge it. I know it's kind of crappy that I didn't have a dead Canon battery so I can show you the charging function, but it works. Now real quick, I'm just going to throw the batteries in the camera just to show you that it does show a battery status for the OAproda. So real quick, put in the Canon battery and we'll turn it on. And you'll see that we have the battery indicator there. Some third-party batteries don't give you battery life, and they also give you a warning that it's not a Canon standard battery. You don't get that with this because it is a decoded battery. So when you put in the OAproda in one of the approved cameras that they say it works on, turn it on, it doesn't give you any warnings, and it'll show you the battery indicator. So alright, so final thoughts on it. You should buy these batteries. They're cheaper than the Canon batteries. I just checked for a Canon battery, it's $57.93. Normally they're around $60. For 2 of the OAproda batteries, it's $23.99. And you get 2 batteries and a charger. And you get the USB charger with this. What came with my camera was a wall charger. That's not really good for me if I'm out and about. So you get 2 batteries, a charger for less than 1 battery with nothing else of the standard Canon. Sure, with the Canon you get the warranty and you get everything else, but with these, they break, you can buy 2 more and it's still cheaper than buying 1 of these batteries. It shows you battery status with these batteries, which is great. And it doesn't give you the warning that it's not a Canon battery on the camera. So with undecrypted batteries, when you put them in, you won't get the battery status and you get the warning saying, hey, that's not a Canon battery. With these, you put these in and it acts just like a Canon battery. It'll last longer than a Canon battery, and I think they're great. You should buy it. It's a great deal. And if your camera is one of the approved cameras that it's decoded for, I say go for it. And the reviews seem pretty good on it on Amazon, so you can weigh it out. $60 or $23.99 for 2 with a charger. So that's my thoughts on it. You have your own opinions, but there's mine. If you like this review, please leave a like and have a great day.